Hi guys, this is Tina from Shabbydabbydoodah. Welcome back to my channel. So we're here for our last episode of the Tagtastic series that we have been running. So first of all, I really hope that you have all enjoyed the series. I really hope that loads of you have joined in and, you know, posted your pictures or your videos, joining in with the challenge. Obviously the hashtag is Tagtastic, and I'm so sorry that obviously it took me half the series to, well, most of the series to come up with that hashtag. But hopefully I did, you know, do a trailer and kind of talk about it in that. So yes, really hope that you've enjoyed the series. So for today's last, last episode, we're going to make little matchbox book style tags. So I came up with these, after kind of like struggling with, oh my goodness, what can I do for the last idea? Now, again, I'm not trying to claim these as my idea. They, you know, quite possibly have been done before. I hadn't seen them before. So, you know, apologies if they have been done before. I'm not trying to say that I've invented them or anything. I'm just saying that I hadn't actually seen them on anyone else's channel or anything else. So, yeah, we're going to have a go at making some of these. Now, I've made a prototype here with some book page, and I've made obviously another prototype here with some thicker paper, which I've had clipped to the side of the desk. So let's just get on and make some of these. So I've got a variety of papers here. So I've got some which is 120 GSM. So this is not copy paper. It is thicker than copy paper, but it's still quite thin. You know, very flexible kind of bendy paper. And then I've got my usual, you know, much thicker paper. So this is 250 GSM. So it's much more like a cardstock really. So we're going to make some from that. And then I've also got here some book page just to show you, you know, that you could also make these from book page. And, you know, all of these ways they're going to turn out just absolutely lovely. So how do we make these? So let's just grab a sheet of paper. Now, the only caveat that I would say is you probably want to have something plain on the back. Now, this one is not plain on the back, and you will see why I'm saying that that's kind of important. But having said that, you probably want something that's perhaps been coffee dyed on the back. So like this. So that you can have kind of a surface for writing on in the inside or on the inside. Or failing that, you could of course, you know, put some paper in, and you know, we'll have a look at some other ideas as we go through the process. So I'm going to make it with this one so that you can see why I suggested, you know, that you might like to have plain inside. Now, the other kind of caveat that I would say is you're going to be working almost what's the word, against your instincts, because you're going to have to kind of like take your paper and fold it, it's against my instincts, fold it upwards, because your tag top is going to be here, if you see what I mean. So instead of like folding, you know, folding down, you're going to take your patterned piece and fold upwards like that. I hope this makes sense. So I'm going to cut my piece of paper down to the approximate size. So I might just take it in here and then just use that as my guide. Okay, and just going to cut that along here like that. Okay, and then we're going to obviously take our piece of paper. Now obviously mine's double-sided, so you know, it's just kind of like a case of choosing which side that you want. I think I probably want to have these roses as my tag face. I mean, having said that, that might be quite nice too. Oh, perhaps we'll have this. Perhaps we won't be boring. Yeah, we'll have this side. So fold that upwards like that. Then you're bringing this down just like we do when we make the matchbox books. Fold down your top flap like that. Now what you want to do is obviously have a little edge that you're going to glue closed, so that basically this piece, you know, slots into this piece, if that makes sense. So I might just have to trim this down slightly because I probably folded this up a little bit too tall, but like that. Okay, I'm going to just trim it in slightly on the side because it's quite wide. Okay, like that. And then all I want to do is glue down my piece here. So I'm just going to kind of squish this down and then just glue along this edge. Okay, like that. And then, oops, get my dry wipe. That one's there on top of my hot glue gun drying as we speak. So press that down. Now, when it's thicker paper, it tends to, you know, be a little bit resistant to glue, I find. So I might have to bulldog clip this together. That's why I had the other one bulldog clipped just now, my prototype one. But you're then going to cut your corners, and your corners are going to be on the folded down edge, if you see what I mean. So it's operating like this, like that. So I'm going to just grab my bulldog clips and put them onto here to keep it clamped down, gluing together. And that's all there is to these, but aren't they just so, so cute? Now, obviously, if you're using, like I have here, the patterned paper, what you can do is obviously cover this with some extra plain paper. So let me see whether I've got any handy, and this is where I straight away let myself down, and I have no plain paper to hand, would you believe? Oh my goodness, what were the odds of having no plain paper? Oh, no. I wonder if I've got any plainish book pages. No. Oh, would you believe it? I mean, what were the odds of having no plain paper? I mean, pretty slim, I would say. Yeah. Right. Okay, I don't have any plain paper to hand. But basically you would take some plain paper. I'm just still looking, still hoping some's going to appear out of nowhere, but not so far. Oh, what's this? No. Oh gosh, that's so annoying. So annoying. Right, I do apologise for this. I mean, this is card, so I'm not going to use this because it would be very thick. But if this were obviously paper, I would just take this and I would cut it down to, you know, the size of the base, and then I would cut another piece down to the size of this base and obviously glue that into there. So in fact, I'll just show you. I'm not going to glue this in because, like I say, it's very thick, but just to, you know, demonstrate properly. So we take this, take it down because it's quite tall. Okay, so you'd put this one here like that, and then on this side I'll just cut this down like that. Okay, so that would then be your little writing surfaces, and then obviously, you know, it would all close up and tuck into your flap at the top. So, I mean, they're very cute, aren't they? Like, you know, different sort of pocket, I think, and, you know, different sort of tag. So, yeah, I hope that you like them. Let's do another one now in a paper rather than a sort of cardstock. So, this is, oh, sorry, this was my Paris pink Parisian papers. Sorry, I will try and remember to tell you the papers I'm using. Pink Parisian, and this is my hydrangea papers. So again, going to just take this down to kind of like get my width of my tag. Now this one is obviously single-sided, but what I've done, I've coffee dyed it. So that's what I would recommend as the, you know, the preference, for, like, you know, for me personally. I would opt for plain, but hopefully coffee dyed, so it's not just stark white on the inside. So you've got this one. Now again, what you're doing, you're folding your pattern upwards. So, you know, you're starting with your piece of paper face down and pointing towards you, you know, and you're folding your pattern upwards like this. Okay, like that, and just fold it up. And then take your tag top like that, and then you're just going to glue that down into there. So again, I might just trim this down. Okay, so again, just glue this down here And if you wanted to make these bigger, I mean, the only thing that really you'd have to do is, you know, obviously use bigger paper, or if you're using like an A4 page or, you know, something similar, you would just turn your paper the other way up. So instead of using your paper, you know, portrait, landscape, you'd use it portrait. So, I mean, depending on the papers that I've got here, we may do 1 or 2 that way, you know, so as we get some taller ones. It will just depend whether I've got only directional papers, and I can't really remember the papers that I actually, you know, brought along, so I can't guarantee. Just going to trim that up slightly more because it looks a little bit tall, a little bit wide, sorry. So we just take that in like that. So very, very cute, isn't it? So that's all there is to these, and I just thought they were very, very cute. And then of course, once you've done them, you know, depending on how much leeway you've got here. Oops. Oh gosh, now I've glued this in, the amount of times that I do things like that. Depending on how much leeway that you've got here, I probably wouldn't use an eyelet unless you've got quite a bit of room. Obviously, if you have, then that's fantastic. If you haven't, so like here, I've not really got enough room to put an eyelet, I would maybe just staple, you know, something as my tag tab. So, you know, you could maybe have like a butterfly or something and just staple it on there, or just glue it on there. So, you know, all different kind of ways that you can do them, but very, very cute, aren't they? And obviously this one, it just folds down. Oops. Well, not when I've glued it in like I had, but just folds down like that. And then you've got obviously your writing space inside. So, I mean, they're very sweet tags. So that's that. Okay, so let's kind of just make a bunch of these and then we can decorate some. So I'm going to just take a few on plain paper first, and then I will do a few on, actually I'm just thinking this one's not overly directional. So yeah, perhaps we could do a lengthways one for this. So I'm going to take my paper in. Now I haven't done a lengthways one, so I'm really kind of guessing the dimensions of this. So I haven't folded the paper in half. I've folded it probably, oh, I don't know, maybe like 3/4 like that. Let me just take this down here. Okay, and then obviously because this isn't directional, it's not quite so crucial which side I'm having where. So again, fold it over, and then you're bringing the bottom section up like that. Now I might try and do this with a larger flap so that I can have an eyelet on the top of this tag. So like that, I've got plenty of room here, and then I bring my tag top down like that, and you can see I've got all this space. So even those big wide eyelets, I could probably even fit one of those there, you know, because there's plenty of room. So I'm going to glue this down. Oops. So they're quite nice as big ones, aren't they? Yeah, quite like them as the big ones. I mean, I like them as the small ones too, but yeah, the big ones are pretty nice, I must say. So, and then just obviously take your corners, 1 and then 2, like that. Okay, so that's another one. And this was, sorry, this was my yellow roses paper. So I did say that I would try and remember to tell you the papers I'm using. So this is my Great Expectations paper. So I thought maybe use this slither here. So again, just going to go in. I mean, you don't want them too wide, to be perfectly honest, because obviously, you know, they're going to then turn out quite short, stumpy sort of tags. Well, unless that's the look that you're going for, which is, you know, nothing wrong with a short, stumpy tag. But just going to, yeah, cut that one down there. Okay. Oops, I got rid of the wrong piece. What a woolly. So again, turning it upside down, face down like that, and then when I bring my piece up, it's the right way, you know, the right way up, if you see what I mean. So like that, and then here again I've left a little bit of a bigger area to bring my fold down, so that hopefully hopefully I could just about get an eyelet there if I wanted to have one. I've moved it slightly now. So, you know, it's quite a big space, not probably enough to get one of those wide eyelets, but definitely to get a smaller, you know, smaller size eyelet. So again, just glue this down. And these ones, to be honest, I mean, you could glue these into a journal, or you could obviously have them popped into a pocket. Either way, I think they're just very, very cute. And yeah, like I say, I mean, I don't feel like I'd seen anyone do these, but to be honest, there's so many videos, and there's obviously so many of us who make junk journals now. I'm pretty sure that this, you know, is not an original idea. I'm pretty sure that somebody's probably come up with this before. So, you know, I'm not kind of trying to steal anybody else's idea and claim it as my own. But, you know, like all these things, sometimes you just haven't seen it personally. So that's kind of more my point. So again, take my corner over and then just pop it in like that. So, I mean, they are very cute, aren't they? Oops. Just going to, yeah, take that in slightly more again. Oops. Yeah, I mean, obviously I'm fiddling around trying to get the right size, but I think they're kind of better, obviously narrower. So yeah, that's kind of the look that I will try and go for, is having them narrower, I think. Right, I've got here, this is some of my what do you call it, steampunk. I was trying to think what's this called. I couldn't think of the name, it was just escaping me completely. So I'm just going to take this side, and again we're going to go in kind of there like that. It's a bit of a shame because I've cut right through that balloon, and actually I've made it very wide, so again I'm going to have to cut that in quite significantly. Oh, very annoying. Right, so this one, obviously it's not double-sided, but it's not been coffee dyed either. So, oh gosh, and now look, on that side I've got that edge from my printer. Why does the printer do that sometimes? You know, when it kind of drags and gets that black mark, those, you know, series of lines down the side. Don't know whether mine's the only printer that does that. So yeah, when I'm going to fold this up, so again, face down, downwards, fold my piece up like this, and again going to leave it with hopefully slightly bigger kind of flat for, you know, like I say, probably not big enough for obviously a wide eyelet, but definitely big enough for a, you know, slimmer, you know, one of those smaller eyelets, a standard eyelet rather than the big ones. So again, going to just open this out, and what I will do, obviously, because it's not double-sided, I'm just going to ink the inside just so it's not stark white. It's been a bit marked by some coffee dyeing previously. You can probably see those marks. Again, that doesn't bother me, but, you know, maybe it would bother some people. But I think we're all quite flexible in our junk journal world, aren't we? So, yeah, it probably doesn't really bother anyone too much here. So, again, just going to glue this down. I find it easier to glue it down before cutting the corners, by the way, in case you're wondering why I'm doing that. Because you then get it properly flat, you know, how it's going to be. And if you cut, you know, with it still moving about, when you then glue it, it might just be that your corners aren't quite matched up, you know, as neatly as you'd like them. So that's why I'm kind of, you know, gluing it first and then cutting my corners second. So like that and like that. Okie dokie. So, I mean, they are very cute, aren't they? I might have to bulldog this one because, again, it's that thicker paper, which, you know, just is sometimes a little bit, you know, resistant to obviously wanting to glue down instantly. So that's that one. Let me just see what other papers I bought along. I've got some of my perfume collection papers. So let's just do one out of this. So we'll decide which side. I think this side, actually. So again, just take that in. Probably done this too wide again, but oops, take it in there. And, you know, you could easily use scraps for these and things like that, you know, if you've got some scraps. So long as they're long enough or tall enough, you know, then that would all work fine. So I'm going to just cut the borderless or non-borderless section off. And then I'm just going to, again, face down, facing downwards, and then fold it up like this. And then I'm going to obviously cut this white edge off so as to, you know, neaten it up. So squish that down like that, and then just bring my flap over like that. Okay, probably haven't left enough to get an eyelet if I'm truthful on this one, but you know, I mean, you don't have to have eyelets, do you? So you know, you can use anything that you like for your tabs. It's not making, oh my goodness, not making a good job of cutting this side. Oh my gosh, what is going on with my cutting? It's not a good cutting day. There we go. And yeah, I nearly did that cutting off the I was going to say the triangles. Well, they are triangles, aren't they? But the cutting the corners, you know, after me just saying, oh, it's best not to do that. I mean, I agree, it's best not to do that, but yeah, sometimes it's a case of remembering not to do the things that are going to make your life hard, you know, harder work. So I'm going to just take that out because I'm worried that that's going to get glued in. So again, just snip that down and just turn it round. That's it. Oops. Like that. There we go. I mean, they are very cute, aren't they? I do really like them. So let's just see, how many have we done? So we've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So can probably do a couple more because I think we're kind of averaging like about 8, aren't we, in each of these videos that we've done so far. So I'm just seeing what other paper I've got here. You know, and again, probably trying to stick with my whole thing of saying, oh, you know, best not to use the, you know, double-sided patterned. So yeah, let's do this one. So I'm going to just try and fold this in much narrower in the first place. I don't know whether I've achieved that or not, to be honest. Probably haven't. Okay. So just cut that down. Oops. Like that. Okie dokie. Again, going to just cut this border off of here. Like that. Again, face down and facing away from you, facing towards you, sorry, and then just fold this up. Again, just trying to leave a little bit bigger space up here. And let me just fold the flap over like that. Okay. And again, just glue this down. Okie dokie. Smoosh my glue down. Like that. Oops. Again, going to use my bulldog clips because this one's, you know, again, that thicker paper. I mean, I just do find that that's a little bit resistant to wanting to stay stuck down. So I can cut my corners once it's dry. So I might even put my bulldog clips like this. And then hopefully I've kind of secured it even more than I had at first. So like that. Okay. And then I'm just going to show you one with some book page because obviously I had done one with, you know, with some book page. So again, what you're going to want to do is check, you know, your direction of the paper. So I'm going to have it like this, and I'm going to, again, you know, want to have this page showing rather than this side. Put it down, face towards me like that, and then just take it up like this. Okay. And then just bring my flap down here. Oops. Like that. And then I'm just going to cut it in half. Like this. Okie dokie. And then just glue my flap down. Okay. just going to snip this off slightly because I feel like it's a little bit too high. There we go. And then just glue your flap down. Okay, and then we'll just snip our corners. Oops. I like to try and do the corners like this if I can, if I remember, because then they are standing a better chance of being quite symmetrical. There we go, and that's that one. So I mean, they're reminding me a little bit at the moment. They look a little bit like houses. So you're possibly thinking, oh my goodness, what a rubbish idea. Oops, what a rubbish idea. But that's because obviously they're undecorated at the moment. Once we've decorated them, hopefully they're going to look less like houses and more like tags. So just going to snip this edge down. Again, just glue this down. Yeah, they do have a little bit of an appearance of a house at the moment, but yeah, they're hopefully going to look a little bit better once we've decorated them. So, well, not better, but less like a house. Let's just say less like a house. So that one, and some of that might be how big I've cut my corners, if I'm truthful. So again, you might want to play around with how big you cut your corners. I mean, that one looks less like a house than that one. For some reason I seem to have gone down to the bottom edge of the folded over flap, and that's making them of course look more house-like. So just play around. Right, so that's those. And again, these ones obviously they're double-sided, so I would just put some kind of plain paper in here as a journaling space, and by plain paper I mean you could use coffee dyed paper, you could use the back of some scrapbooking paper, anything at all, or even just some old envelope or something like that to cover, which actually I'm just thinking I have got some old envelope here. So just going to take some of this and just fold it down, so like that. Okie dokie, like that. Just snip that down. Oops. Okay. And here, just along the edge here. Okay. And then we'll just take this obviously and yeah, just have it sort of here. Like that. Okay. And just snip that down. Okie dokie. Right, let's just peel this bit off. Okay, and then I personally would, would ink this up a little bit, or of course you could coffee dye it. Okay, like that. Okay, and then that can obviously be stuck down into your envelope, so like that. Not envelope, sorry, this is an envelope. Stuck down into your tag, your Matchbox book tag. So, whoops, that one. Just, yep, pop that down like that. Okay. Okay, looking good. And then the other one, just pop that one down at the top. Oops. Like that. Well, I say the top, I mean, well, I suppose it is the top, yeah. Just thought, oh, is that the top? Yeah, I suppose it is, isn't it? So, although it's kind of the bottom, as we've got it open like this, it is in fact the top, isn't it? Because it's the top layer of the tag. So yeah, it's just when I said it I thought, well actually that's on the bottom. There we go. Right, oh sorry, let's get rid of those bits of glue. I'm very messy when I use the 3-in-1 or the Fabri-Tac. Very, very messy. Right, there we go. And then obviously that can go into there. Now, this is quite thin book page, so you'll have to excuse the state of this at the moment where I've obviously glued this down. It's now wet from the glue. Hopefully it will dry and it will look like that, but obviously I will be probably covering it up. But, you know, just to give you the idea of kind of how you would then finish the insides off if, for example, you used the book page. So let's just decorate a couple of these up now. And yeah, have a bit of a play and a bit of fun decorating some. So again, I might just take this in because I'm feeling it's a little bit too wide. Definitely hard to judge the width of these. Every single one I've done way too wide, really. It's because I don't normally make small things. So to be honest, for me, these feel quite tiny. And yeah, I obviously just cannot grasp the dimensions when they're tiny. So yeah, hence they ended up way too wide. But anyway, so let's just decorate up a couple. So I'm going to start by just inking around the edge of the tag. Okay, right, shall we do this one even though it is soggy with the glue? You know, we'll kind of like cover up obviously where that soggy glue is showing, so hopefully it will look nice by the end. So that one, okay, and should we do this brown one? I love the brown. Oh, that was my documents collection papers, by the way. Yeah, and that was the Great Expectations. So sorry, I just, as I'm doing this, I'm thinking, oh, did I actually say what papers we were using after promising and saying, oh, I'll definitely tell you what papers we're using. I'm not sure whether I actually did. So yeah, apologies if I didn't. Right, okay, so let's do 4, or we'll try and do 4. I don't know whether we'll get to do 4 or not. Now, did I leave a big space for an eyelet in? Oh, I've glued it in. Oh no. Okay, so I have just about got enough room there for an eyelet, so that's quite cool. So let's do an eyelet here. Okay, like that. Did I end this one? Oh my goodness. See, I just glue things in all the time. No, I haven't really got enough room for one there. And I'm pretty sure I haven't on this one either. Oops, stuck that one in. Yeah, so probably not enough room for an eyelet there either, to be honest. So I'm just going to ink the edge where I've obviously glued it in. So that one. Let's just tuck this in like that. And yeah, oh, I'll just ink the edge. And you know, you can always ink the edge here as well. Like that. Although to be honest, inking the edge along there might make it look even more like a house, I've just thought. So yeah, maybe that wasn't such a brilliant idea, but anyway. Now, where are my eyelets? I'm sure I've got a little packet of small eyelets here somewhere. Now, of course, I can't see them anywhere. Oh gosh, that's going to be my next thing is I don't have. Oh, what have I done with those? Right, hang on, they might be just behind my desk. Let me just try and find my eyelets now. So hang on 2 seconds. Yeah, okay. So when I say they're the standard size, weirdly enough, I got these from Amazon. And strangely, I don't think they are quite standard. They seem like they're a little bit bigger, but not, you know, they're definitely not the big ones. Yeah, weird. Okay. But, you know, they are fine. She says she can't then get it through the hole. There we go. And they also have these little washers with these. So sometimes I've used the washers and sometimes I haven't. But, yeah, let's put the washer on. Okay, and then just clamp that closed. Not great with my crocodile. Again, I know I say this all the time, but yeah, not too good with my crocodile. Oh, do you see? Not too good at all. I mean, I don't know what I've actually done there, but oh dear, not done a good job at all. In fact, I'm going to actually snip that off because I'm not sure what's going on with that. That might have been a faulty eyelet, perhaps. I'm not sure. I've never had that happen before, so that one was probably the worst I've ever done it. Oh my goodness. It's got like sharp bits all over it. Oh dear. Why do these things happen when you're doing a video? I've never had this happen before. I don't know why that happened, to be honest, but yeah. It was like I knew, because I was straight away saying, wasn't I, that I wasn't confident with my abilities with the crocodile. And now we know why. Right, okay, let's put that there. Okay, so we were doing these, weren't we? Decorating these ones. So let's just see what I've got laying around that we could use to decorate. Now, I personally probably will try not to use things that are really thick to decorate these, because these are obviously going to fold down. So actually, it probably would be okay on these, but definitely not any that like this on the thinner paper. I would perhaps try and use more, you know, things that were printed on paper rather than thick cardstock. So I'm just having a look to see what I've got laying around on the desk. I must have some bits that I could use, I'm sure. So, right. So I've got this from my Paris collection papers. So I'm just using up things. So I apologise that I perhaps am using quite a lot of the same things, but obviously, you know, I'm trying to be kind of efficient and use, you know, use things that I've already got. So, you know, it probably is resulting in things being used time again. So I do apologise for that, because it's probably a bit boring to watch. But, you know, I don't want to just keep on getting more paper and more paper, because, of course, that's just really messy. And as if I don't have mess everywhere enough, you know, without kind of adding to it by using a multitude of the same, a multitude of different papers, you know, and accumulating even more scraps and even more stuff to be laying around. So, yeah. Okay. So, that one. I mean, to be fair, these Paris papers, I mean, they go with loads of things. I've used them quite a lot since I made them. And, I mean, look at how gorgeous that looks against the book page. It looks really pretty, doesn't it? Like, really, really, really lovely. So, yeah, they're quite a flexible one. Now, I'm just wondering whether I've got any nice words. What? This is just some old book page, and I thought, let's just see if we've got any words that just would be quite sweet. Do you know, I'm thinking maybe wish or wishes. Let's just take those. Might be going to be too small, but like that. Okay, I'll just ink that up a bit. Okay. And then I'm thinking kind of put that onto some other paper. So do I have anything brown, or perhaps I should just put it, well, I don't want it just really blending in with the what's already on the page. Well, perhaps I should, yeah, perhaps I should have it blending in. So let's put it on here. Okay. Ooh. Put it on completely lopsided, so, oh dear. Okay, and then just, yeah, tear that one around. Okay. I mean, how gorgeous does that look? It's very delicate, isn't it, to be honest, but looks very cute, very pretty. So just going to glue this on here. Okie dokie. Now, this wouldn't be done, would it, without some lace? So I'm thinking pop some lace on. Oh, or actually, again, just using things that happen to be laying around on the table, to be honest. So yeah, I've got that flower. Now, I was thinking this black lace, but it might look too heavy, especially with the flower. Well, I don't mind it, actually. Let me cut that down. And let me cut that sort of header piece off. So, okay. Oh, that's cute, isn't it? So yeah, let's quickly pop this down. Like that. And then I will just trim this off on those edges. Again, doesn't have to be perfect. And then just pop this down here. And I just happen to have this flat back pearl. Wow, how lucky was that? So yeah, I'm just going to finish that off. Oops, finish that off with the flat back pearl. Oh my goodness. I mean, how cute does that look? So looks less like a house now, more like a tag. Hopefully you agree. Yeah, so I mean, once they're decorated up, if you were kind of like me thinking, oh my goodness, they look a little bit like a house, they look much less like a house once once you've actually decorated them up. So right, just pulled in some of my fairy tale words. So yeah, perhaps have this again, just just grabbing things that I've got laying around here. So just got some of these flowers. Let's just see. Okay. Now I have been trying to decorate all of the ones that we haven't finished every day. So yeah, I will do a video obviously showing all the tags that we've made. And hopefully they're going to be some that you haven't seen because I've decorated them now. So obviously you saw the base, that we kind of first made, but you might not have, or well, you didn't see them decorated necessarily because I only decorated kind of a couple per video. So yeah, hopefully you'll enjoy seeing all the tags that we've made. And we will obviously have a count up and see how many tags that we made, which hopefully there's a whole ton. I mean, yeah, I'm just looking at my pile. It looks quite big. It looks quite big, but having said that, I can't tell because it's piled on some other stuff. So to be honest, it might not be as big as it first looks because it might be the stuff under the tags that are making the pile look huge. So yeah, we shall see. But hopefully, hopefully there's a lot. And hopefully you guys have also made a lot and feel really like productive now and chuffed with how many tags you've now got to use. Hope you've had a lot of fun. I've had a lot of fun myself. So yeah, I hope that you guys have really enjoyed it. So it's really fun when I am, when I'm doing a series, I like to, get the momentum kind of going. And it really feels like, now, do we want this? I mean, to be honest, it does kind of add to that, doesn't it? So yeah, I think I do. I'm just going to cut that down. And again, I'm just going to cut that header piece off so it's a bit more delicate looking. Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but by kind of like a bit into the series, I feel really like we're really all crafting together and having a really nice time. So I really hope that you guys get that as well when you're crafting. When you're crafting along, I hope you feel like we're joining in together. I do love filming the series. Series is, I'm so sorry that I never know how to say that. To say series when it's, plural just sounds really odd. But to say series is sounds even worse. So I'm not sure what the correct terminology would be. So I do apologise, but yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think we'll have this one. Because obviously we've got the green from the leaves. There's some green on the leaves on the paper as well. So it's a cute one. Okay. So that's those two. Let's do this one. So what should we put on this? Again, I'm just scouring the desk, like, to see, you know, what I've got laying around that I can just pull in. You know, rather than sort of, yeah, finding more stuff. Try and use what I've already got laying around here. So let's see. I don't know now. I've got some leftover bits from my Junk Journal Basics. Nope. Oh, this isn't going to be so good, is it? Do you know what's so annoying is I'm sure I had like a little idea for this one just now, and I thought, oh, I'll use that. And now I can't for the life of me think what it was that I thought I would use. It's just typical, isn't it? Always the way. You know, when I actually come to do it, I then have a complete kind of memory lapse and think, oh, what was I actually thinking of? No idea. No idea. That's too big, obviously, so that's a bit of a shame. Again, that was just from the Junk Journal Basics kit. Set 2 that we obviously used in our recent series. Oh, I've got a little cluster here. I mean, ordinarily, I would have said no, really, to the clusters for these because you're kind of, you know, folding this down. I'm going to go with this one because this is printed on, or, you know, made from thicker cardstock. So it's not kind of a flimsy one, this. So I think it can probably handle the cluster being on thicker paper. Or, you know, the thickness of the cluster, perhaps I should say. So, because I mean, obviously clusters are, you know, by nature, they're sort of multi-layers, aren't they? So even if they're quite thin, they are, you know, they're bulky once they're layered up, if you see what I mean. So there we go. Right. There we go. So yeah, I mean, that looks pretty on there. Oh, I'm thinking, odd, would I prefer it on here? No, let's have it on here. Okay, so I'm going to just glue the whole thing down. Okay. Like that. Okay. There we go. Okay, and then should we have something on there like a little gem or some, you know, bling or something? So let's just see. That might be a little bit too much, but well, actually it looks okay. So yeah, let me just cut those little threads off of the side. Okay. Oops, sorry, it's got blue threads all over it. Okay. Yeah, that looks pretty. And then obviously we've got the eyelet already in here, so we're going to put something through. So just having a look around to see if I've got any sari silk that I've kind of torn down into a quite a thin piece. Can I see any laying around on the desk? Not at the moment. Oh, that's annoying. Let me have a look behind me in my little bag. Oh my goodness. Oh, struggling to reach down and get that. It's quite a long way down. Right, I've got some sari silk. I mean, yeah, not very big. Not very big at all. Okay, some more, no, wrong colour. Oh dear, this is annoying. I don't now appear to have any sari silk that's going to be suitable. Oh, that's very annoying. Yeah. Oh no. Sorry, just having a quick moment. No, that's, oh, very, very irritating. So yeah. Okay, let's get some ribbon instead. So got this. Yeah, let's hope that this is going to be good enough. So okay, go through. Okay, and then just, yeah, we'll just do this up. Oh, oh, fiddly, fiddly, fiddly. There we go, and then just, yeah. Okay. Oops. There we go. Oops. There we go. And then, because this is now not wanting to sit nicely, I'm going to just glue this in place because it's not really kind of playing the game properly, is it? So yeah, let's just pop some glue under. Hopefully that will hold it, you know, hold it where it needs to be. So yeah, that piece, and then this side, we'll just glue this one. Oops. Okay. Yep. Okay. There we go. And then just, yeah, snip this down. Oops. Okay, so I mean, that's not the best bow. It's got to be said. It's pretty awful, but yeah, hopefully you get the gist. I mean, obviously if I had some sari silk that would have gone, I would have used that because that would have been much better. But anyway, I mean, it looks okay, doesn't it? So yeah, it will have to do. Have we got time for one more? I don't know. I can't see what the time is on the camera. Oh, I'm thinking let's just try and do this huge one. So yeah, just because obviously this is a completely different look to the others because it's big. So it would be nice to, you know, to be able to do this, wouldn't it? So let's put an eyelet in this one. Obviously for this we can use the big eyelets. Perhaps I'll choose the colour of the eyelet after we decide what's going on here, actually. So let's choose what's going on here first. So, nope. Oh, what have I done with everything? Ah, right, here we go. So again, you know, I'm just using things that are laying around. So apologies, you know, for the boring using the same old stuff again. But yeah, this is, again, the French collection papers. So we just take this one down here. Like that. Okay. Let's just ink this up. Okay. And that looks quite pretty, doesn't it? And then perhaps in there we could maybe have either a book plate. I'm not sure about that colour. Oh gosh, what have I done with my pale pink ones that I had? Okay. So yeah, we could maybe have a book plate. Might be quite nice. So take this one. And these are just my coloured book plates. Okay. Just cut around that. And then just, yeah, quickly ink this up so it's got a bit more, you know, continuity between the pieces. So, yeah, that looks pretty, doesn't it? Now, oops, sorry, dropping stuff around now. Oh, I've just got could have a rose on there. That's from the Fun Photos kit, that rose. Don't know whether I think that goes on, not really. well, goes quite nicely, doesn't it? Let's just have a look and see what else I've got here. Got some fussy cuts ready cut out, so let me just see if I've got anything else. Anything else that might be... No. Now I'm thinking maybe this. That's a bit weird, isn't it? Yeah. Let's have the book plate and... oh, that's again another piece from that Junk Journal Basics set 2 kit. But yeah, just leftover bits and bobs that I've got here. Oh, I've got this. All this. I do have one of my Edwardian ladies, actually. She may be even quite nice on there. Let's just check. Oh, yeah, she may be. So let me get this glued down, because otherwise, obviously, it keeps moving about. So, yeah, let's pop this down. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I can't actually see the clock all the time, you know, so I've no idea now how long I've been filming for. And, you know, I keep on thinking I must make a note of the time when I start, because at least then I'd have a vague idea of how long I'm filming, even if I can't see the actual, you know, the timer on the camera or the phone, you know. But, oh, I just constantly forget to do that. And, yeah, I just apologise for that. So, anyway, well, let's hope I'm not really overrunning, like, massively, but... yeah, she is gorgeous on there, isn't she? So this is my Edwardian lady, which I've got, again, on my Etsy shop. So haven't used them for a while. And actually, I did print some out the other day and thought, oh, I must do some things with them, because they're very fun to use. But yeah, I haven't got round to doing it yet. So, but oh my goodness, doesn't she look gorgeous on there? She's just the right thing, isn't she? I was going to use the coloured book plate, but actually she just looks so pretty. I think she's been coffee dyed, or perhaps she's just been inked. I'm not sure, to be honest. Yeah, she's been cut out for a long time, so I couldn't tell you whether she's been inked or coffee dyed. But anyway, she looks either inked or coffee dyed, or both, you know. Yeah, she's on thicker paper. Now, shall we have a rose on there as well? I think we should, yeah. Okay. Oh, and you know what's going to happen, don't you? I'm not going to have anything to thread through this now either, because I obviously have got the same thing going on. I'm just looking down at my sari silk pile and thinking, well, I haven't really got any colours that are going to be better on here either. I need to order some more sari silk, but yeah. Oh, that's annoying. Right. Well, she looks beautiful on there, doesn't she? So absolutely loving her. Now, what colour? Oh, I'm thinking the greeny colours. I mean, that's quite lovely. We could go for the paler, or we could go for the really dark. Oops. I think the paler, actually. Yeah. Go for the paler colour. Okay. Oops. This is where I discovered that I have, in fact, you know, clamped my eyelets through the piece that's tucked in. Let's hope I haven't done that, but hey, stranger things have happened. I'm going to just move this out just to be on the safe side. It's glued in now. Oh my goodness. Oh, again, disaster video. So sorry about this. Oh my goodness. I do this all the time when I make the Matchbox books, and now I'm doing it obviously with these Matchbox book tags. I end up, you know, tucking the piece in, and then they're glued down, and obviously then the piece is, you know, tucked into the glue. Right, I've now dropped the eyelets, would you believe? Oh my goodness, that will never be found again on this floor. Oh gosh, can I see it anywhere very quickly? No. Oh no, so sorry. Oh no, can I see it? Oh, that might be it. Oh no, that was a button. Just looked a bit like it, so. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry about this. Right, let me get another eyelet. Oh dear. Right, we were going with the pale colour, weren't we? Right. Were we going with this pale? Yeah, we were. Right, okay. So, yep. Put that through. Okay, wish me luck. Wish me luck for clamping this closed. Okay, right. Got there eventually. Oh gosh, now look. I might just have to really snip off like the most minuscule section of this, just so as it tucks in there a little bit better. Okay, like that. There we go. Right. Okay, let's see if I've got some sari silk that might go with this, because I mean I was thinking again like the ivory, but to be honest, I mean I could maybe go with something more greeny, or again tiny little bit. Oh no, come on, what about this? Oh, again tiny. That's so annoying. Oh, what have I got here? Oh, here we go. Oh, here we go. This is much longer. Much longer. Yeah, much more like it. So yeah. Oh, I have got this. I've got this one, which is kind of multicolored, but I wonder whether I could, yeah, I could probably get away with just about get away with this. So I'm just going to cut this down to the point where it, you know, changes colour. Okay, that one's a perfect colour, isn't it? That, yeah, okay. Oh my goodness, wasn't that lucky? Right, quickly do this. Okay. There we go. Oh, now look, it's got a curled up corner there. Right. Oh, come on. Okay. So, I mean, that one looks much better, doesn't it? Now, again, just like we did with the ribbon, I'm going to just put a little blob of glue there, just because that holds then that bow closed, you know, holds it done up, and I don't then have to worry about it all, you know, unraveling and coming undone. So there we go, like that. So I hope you like them. They are Matchbox book style tags. We made quite a few actually. So obviously I'd made a couple first, but yeah, we've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, would you believe? So yeah, so I hope that you like them. Let me know below which is your favourite. I have to say I'm really partial to this one with the lady. I do love this one, and I quite like that one. Yeah, so not really happy with this one due to the bow, but never mind. So yeah, I really hope that you like them. Again, please do share any photos or videos or anything else that you're doing. Share them in the link below. That would be absolutely awesome. Don't forget the hashtag tagtastic. And yeah, thank you so much. I will be back obviously to show you all what we did make, or you know, the bits that I've kind of finished off. And don't forget, obviously we will be back for the giveaway, so you know, it's really important that you are joining in. So thank you so much for watching, and really appreciate a big thumbs up to the video, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks then, bye.